It looks dirty, huh?
Hello, everybody.
Sorry, it's not dirty. I'm getting paintbrushes, not doing what anyone else thinks. Slip up your pants. No, I'm just kidding.
Hello, everybody. Hope everyone's doing well. Good afternoon.
Welcome to our live. As you guys joined, say hello. I just wanted to let you guys know a couple things. First of all, all right. So if you guys are not following our Facebook Reels, definitely want to. I did some projects today. Look at these that are going to go on our Facebook Reels.
Ooh, wow, look at that.
Isn't that cool? And then I also made this with foiling. So you want to make sure.
Holy cow. Yeah, I saw you do this one. This was cool.
You want to make sure you guys are following it because those are going to be Reels here very shortly, and we'll show you how to do that. Today we are making this, which I love. It's a kind of a granite look with a drop shadow. I think it turned out great, so I want to show you how to do that. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to flip this board over and show you on the back here because that's what I got.
Because you can.
Yes. So what we're going to start with, and I'm going to let Sean show you as I get things ready, is this. This is Voodoo.
For those who love to stain but hate the smell, holy cow, this stuff is the best. It is a water-based, not a oil-based, from Dixie Belle, called Voodoo Stain, Gel Stain. This one is White Magic. The next one is called Black Magic. Mm-hmm. And the third one
is Up in Smoke.
Up in Smoke. Yeah, it's very good
stuff.
So
we are going to be using that with this. This is their Dixie Belle. I think this is called the Belle brush.
The Belle?
I think.
Yeah.
It's been a while. This is, yeah, I think so, the original. And what we're going to do is we're going to start with our gray. We want to do a base coat, which is the gray. And I'm just going to do kind of dots everywhere. And this stuff is great.
This is normally brown in the back, or this.
It's a white. It was white.
This
is the side.
Oh,
this is the white side.
Oh, okay.
But we had to paint over it because this board we've used for other things.
Yep. So it truly is being reused. So those people who think you can't reuse these, you can.
So we are starting just with random. This is a layering love affair. I'm going to take this. We're not going to brush it. We're actually going to pounce it. And we're going to be doing this kind of as a base coat. This first coat, if you brush it like this, it doesn't really matter because this is just kind of your base coat. And then we will start building that granite look on top of it. Now, you could also do a marble effect if you had like a feather or something. This brush is shedding like crazy.
Excuse me. Hey, Mary Pat.
So I need to grab my tweezers and...
Yeah, every one of these brushes have been well used. So every once in a while they kind of start shedding. But they're nice. They're nice.
And this first layer, like I said, it doesn't really matter because we're going to dry it and get a good look. So, once again, I'm just pouncing it.
Also known as dabbing.
Dabbing. And then this first layer, we're going to dry. And as Sean said, this stuff dries really quick.
Yeah, for an oil base or for a non-oil.
Okay, so we are using essentially this brush, and Sean can get in close. The reason I'm pouncing it like this, or whatever you want to call it,
stippling
is we really kind of want the pattern from the brush. We don't want the brush marks. So you can see it's kind of giving it that foundation. Okay, once we get to this look, we're going to play with some more color. So I'm going to do gray again, because gray is our base color. And then right next to all the dots, you really want just...
So was that him growling?
No, that was the truck outside.
Oh, truck.
And once again, this is our second layer. So this is going to be... we're not building that kind of granite look yet. We're just kind of filling it in so we don't see the white. We want the base to kind of start getting and building the texture. So you want to make sure you get into all the corners. And I haven't painted this yet because we're going to do that last. Because as we pounce, we're going to get that partially painted and we want to paint over that. And this technique really is about layering. And so you want to do a layer, dry it, then we're going to add it. After this first layer, we're not going to use as much gray. The gray is really just for our foundation. So if you get to a point where it's kind of not as much, you just want to add some more gray.
Hello, Ms. Petruzzi. Beth says, what are we drinking? Mine's is a watermelon vodka with some kind of weird...
You have a Warhead, Ghost energy drink.
Ghost energy.
Oh, you have you have a watermelon vodka, and then you have watermelon pucker, and mine is the same except for none of the alcohol. Wah, wah.
Wah, wah.
That's okay. Okay, so I'm going to let this dry, and we will get an idea. Sean, what do you think? We're good?
I think it's good. I think it looks really good. When I look at here, beautiful. When I look here, it looks beautiful.
Okay.
Nicely done.
So I'm going to put these in the water then, and we're going to turn our attention to just painting. Now, because I did the front already, I've already kind of done the sides, but we can kind of touch them up. And I'm using
just cleaned it for you.
Thanks, Sean.
This should open up really nice.
We are using Silk Anchor.
That's the color, Anchor?
Mm-hmm.
Somebody says, not even cheese. I love cheese. They do make vegan-style cheeses. And how was the cheese do you think that was on the hamburger?
It was great.
Yeah, it was good. It was a cheddar. I bought some Parmesan that turned out pretty good for your popcorn, didn't it?
Oh, I love it. The butter is really good. It's like a coconut base, so it tastes like movie. It doesn't spread as nice as real butter, but when he told me we were doing this, I didn't even think about popcorn, because my thing is, every night I love to eat popcorn with cheese and butter and Parmesan cheese, and it's not only a comfort food, but it's something I did with my mom every night, so it's like a very... even when I was in treatment, I made all my people in treatment do it, and they were like obsessed with it by the time. Yeah. They were like, when I left, they were like, nobody's making popcorn. But anyways, and so when he told me, he's like, you can't have popcorn, I was like, you need to figure this out.
You can have popcorn, but no real butter. But the vegetarian butter is actually pretty good. April's been a vegetarian for 20 years. Wow. Crazy. We also bought... a mozzarella that we're going to try a
TikTok recipe.
I'm trying to find, do you cut out the carbs? No. If it is, as long as it's whole grain and whole grain pastas, the breads and stuff, and you stay on a plant-based, you do not have to worry about carbs because you're not introducing any animal product or anything.
All right. So you can show up close how that looks. And while he's doing that, I'm going to grab my black velvet and bright white. Okay, so we have this Beware transfer, and we want to make sure when doing this, you want to keep in mind that you're going to have a shadow. So I'm going to put this all the way up as much as it can go in the corner, knowing that I need to have a spot for my drop shadow. So we want to make sure there's no bubbles. And then the way to think of this is basically what you want your drop shadow. So whatever you want as your drop shadow, the color behind. So in this case, if we look, my drop shadow is in white. So I would do white first and then the black. So whatever you want your drop shadow to be is the first one you're going to do.
And it's in TV, we do that a lot with a lot of the wording, text and stuff always has a drop shadow because it gives it, you can see things, and it's always down and to the right, just a little bit down and to the right, and that's exactly how he did it, and it turns out great.
So we're starting with our bright white.
Hi, Dee Dee.
And like I was saying earlier, our bright white was a little on the thicker side, and when we lifted it up, you'll know your paste is too thick, because what it will do is when you lift it up, you'll actually see parts in your transfer that are clogged with white because it dried so quick on there.
Yeah.
So in that case, you can just clean the transfer and reapply another layer.
Yeah, it was interesting, and then we thinned it down with a little bit of water, just like the old stuff. You can just thin it down, and it worked great. Elena says, you know people love you when they want you pouncing away for 30 minutes in anticipation of what's next.
Ah, look at that. All right, Sean's going to clean this for me since he's already in the stinky sink. I'm going to dry this because we really, really, really want this layer dry. Depending on how much of a shadow you want, you're going to line it up just how you had it. And then if you want to be really dramatic, you can do that. But we just want to go, what I do is I go a little over and a little down. What do you think? Right there? Too much? Here's where it's lined up.
How did you do it on the other side? That looks like it's backwards. I could be wrong.
No, it's right. It's just we have to push it because this doesn't line up, so it comes off a little bit. So let me do this. Right there.
Yes.
Okay. So you really want it to be consistent all the way down, and if you really look, you should be able to see the white through it.
Hey, Brenda.
We want to make sure our black is good consistency, and then we're going to paste on it. Now, I like to do a lighter color underneath. You could do a lighter color on top. It just may not... Oh my god, this stuff smells like poop.
Kimberly says that when she has a little bit of mold, she just scrapes it off and continues.
So do I.
Yes,
That's all I
you
do.
can still do it. It's not like you can't do that.
Yeah, and...
Hi, Brenda. Hi, Jay.
This paste smells like doo-doo. I don't know what it is about our black, but it smells like shit.
Thanks, Rainbow.
Okay, and then we're going to remove our excess. And once again, black and white, when you peel it up, if you go slow, it actually doesn't peel on me. Okay.
By the way, the cloth was the Norwex window. If I didn't say it right.
See, I told you it was that angle. All right, so I'm going to go dry this. Sean, can you get a close-up for you?
Yep. And we'll dry it too as well. Love it, love it, love it.
Looks so good.
It is awesome.
And I love the look of that marble or whatever granite.
Mm-hmm.
So we have it on both sides, just because we didn't have another 6x18. But I love it. I love the look. I love the vibe.
Where's the frame from, please?
It's our 6x18 box frame. We're out of stock right now, though.
And you are too.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Sad deal.
There we are.
Look at that.
Put glow in the dark. You could do glow in the dark.
Ooh, yeah.
You could.
You could. You
Put
could.
it on the black, and you wouldn't even know it's there until it was dark.
Yeah. Yeah.
These are so good. If you guys have a Trader Joe's, these big puffy, forget what country they're coming from, but they're so good. They're not super dense.
They're like cornuts.
They are cornuts, but it's a different type.
They're so good. All right, guys. Well, look at that. As soon as I say all right, guys, they all want to go out potty.
Yeah, they do.
If you have any questions, reach out to us. Make sure you look at the links. If you're on Facebook, it is #beware. If you are on YouTube, the description is underneath. And we'll see you tomorrow.
Tomorrow will be another day.
Bye.
I have an interview tomorrow.